Hi folks, it's Mike. So I got a request on Twitter for a video. I usually don't even go to Twitter, to tell you the truth, but they email me when I get a message. So anyway, the message was this is a lady that I'm familiar with her name, and she said, I keep seeing online about on especially throughout YouTube, videos that say don't study a liberal arts degree, don't get a liberal arts degree. Well, it turns out that's what she has, and she's kind of freaked by it a little bit. She's a professional athlete, but she is kind of starting to move into, she's going to go beyond that, and she really doesn't think broadcasting and the media is going to be a big thing for her. She thinks that, especially because she's a Winter X Games kind of a person, she doesn't think that that's going to translate over into too much work all by itself. So, and she has zero endorsements. The Winter X Games people don't get a lot of endorsements unless you're Shaun White. But so what she said was, I have a liberal arts degree and I'm worried because I keep seeing, you know, don't study a liberal arts degree, you're going to end up flipping burgers, you're going to be qualified to supersize and all that. Well, that's not true. Okay. And the one thing I can tell you without equivocation, I mean, I have a liberal arts degree. Okay. I have a management degree and I have a liberal arts degree. My management degree had to do with project management and whatnot, but it was back in the 80s from DePaul University in Chicago. It was in 1984, and it was a long time ago. It's now 30 years ago since I got my bachelor's degree. I can't believe it's been 30 years since I got a bachelor's degree, but it has. And in those days it was a very valid degree. Well, it's not now. It's too old and people don't even hardly look at it anymore. So what I did was I went back and got a degree. That was a Bachelor of Arts. I went and got a Bachelor of Science. And what this degree is it's from Excelsior, and this degree is a focus area in administrative management and a kind of a minor focus area in religion, because I was real curious about just how all these religions, everybody claims to be right, and so I studied everything from Islam to paganism to just, you know, Zoroastrianism, studied all that, and it really did fill in a lot of the social sciences and stuff on the degree, so that was a good thing. But the question was about, you can't get a job if you get a liberal arts degree. You cannot get a job. You can't, you know, I mean, it really takes you nowhere. And that's just not true. And I do know there's a lot of videos on YouTube about this, and they say things like that. And if you look at the people that are saying this, 100% of them are engineering grads. And what they're doing, these guys, they're telling you that the way to go is the way they went. Okay? The logical way, the only way that works, the only way that makes any sense, the only way that's smart is to do it like I did it. And that's what they're telling you. I'm an engineering major. What they're saying is, I'm an engineering major. I went to Berkeley. I got an engineering degree. I made $120,000 out of school. Well, that's, you know, it's true. Engineering majors, petroleum engineers, #1 out of a bachelor's degree program, #1 in the entire country is petroleum engineering. Okay, this is true. The STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, those four are really the biggies right now. Okay, a well drilling engineer can make $2,000 an hour, 5 to 8 years out of school. All that is perfectly true, and in fact they can make up to $500,000 in a single year, or $550 in a single year. They really can. That is the truth. But then they'll tell you, well, and then they'll say, all the top finance jobs in America are filled in by engineers, and I'm gonna have to see their data on that one, because everybody that I know in finance, at, you know, Charles Schwab and B of A and the places that I'm aware of, United Commercial Bank, whatnot, They're not engineers. These are finance majors, but oh well. That's beside the point. The thing is, they all say, all these people, they graduated with engineering degrees. You can't get a job if you got a liberal arts degree. That's not true. Liberal arts puts you in everything. I know somebody who had a liberal arts degree with a strong science background, okay? Physics, chemistry, mathematics, anatomy and physiology, that sort of thing. Social sciences, psychology. But really, lots and lots of chemistry and physics and biology and mathematics and statistics, okay? A lot of that was in this degree. And she got accepted to medical school at UC San Francisco at the Parnassus campus. One of the best medical schools in the country, UCSF. And I know another guy who got a liberal arts degree and now works for the State Department. You can do this. I have a liberal arts degree. My second degree was liberal arts. I got this new degree so I could say I can compete with any 20-something coming out of college anywhere. And that's true, I can. Because it's a new, fresh degree that you know, I can compete on any level with these folks. And for me, that was important. For me, it was very, very important to put myself into that position. So I did. But what you can do with a liberal arts degree depends on what your focus is, of course. Liberal arts degree, focus in accounting, focus in business, focus in management. For me, it was administrative management. But I mean, nonprofits, Chevron Corporation, more than half of the people who are not engineers at Chevron who have college degrees have liberal arts degrees. More than half. Okay. McKesson Corporation hires a lot of liberal arts graduates. Graduate schools, like I said, medical school, law school, dental school, people with the right kind of underpinning in their liberal arts degree can go to these other programs. They can do these other things. But stuff like working for the state of California, working for the Parks Department, working for banks, lots and lots of banks hire liberal arts graduates, okay? Now, you're not going to go out there with a liberal arts degree and make $100,000 your first year. You're not. But you are going to get out there and get a job. You can get a job with a liberal arts degree. Don't believe that crap, okay? Don't believe that. These elitists, you know, if you don't have my degree, then you're not going to work. You're nothing. You wasted your money. And there'll be a lot of people online, and you see these videos too that say, I got a college degree, I wasted my money. College is a scam. You don't need to go to college. A guy with a PhD online making videos, you don't need a college degree, you just need to go get a vocational certificate and you got a great job. I don't know what planet these people live on. This is just not the truth. This is just totally not the truth. You don't necessarily need a college degree to work in the United States. You don't. But, on the same token, you do need a college degree to do a lot of different kinds of jobs. And in the process of doing those jobs, you've got to have the right background. I mean, not only just a degree in underwater basket weaving, but you need a degree with an underpinning in it. And liberal arts can give you that because you got this broad range of things, because they require that you study the sciences and mathematics. They do. They require that you study things like government and politics and justice studies and stuff, English and writing and literature, and they require that you study psychology and sociology and political science. They require that you study those things. And then they require that a liberal arts degree typically requires you have 2 areas of focus. In my case, one was administrative management, the second one was religion. And then they want you to get this list of electives, either professional type stuff or more arts and sciences. They want you to be very well-rounded, studying philosophy and art and environmental science. They always want you to study something from the environment and something from the humanities, like for example, religion. Okay, it's a very round degree. I mean, I would call it a round degree. It's got some of everything in it, but then there's that focus area, and that's the important part. If you get a focus area in, early childhood development, you can go to work in early childhood development. You can do it. But if you get a focus, an underlying focus in the classics like Plato and Socrates and Nietzsche and whatnot, then you're probably not going to, you might get to work at Kinko's, but you might get in a management position because it is a degree. But I mean, it really depends on what you do with it. But just to generically say that a liberal arts degree is a bad idea, don't study liberal arts, college is a joke, I wasted my money. These are people who didn't do it right. These are people who came out of college expecting to be, hired maybe by the White House, who knows, and ended up the best job they could get was as a teller at, Nationwide Bank. Or instead of going to a college with a name, maybe they went to one of these colleges that you just know is just online, and that's all there is to it. And there's really nothing wrong with online colleges as long as they're accredited, But I mean, there are people that are wasting money on unaccredited degrees, and that's a very sad thing because they cannot translate those credits into anything, no matter what. But the thing is, people out there talking bad about folks with liberal arts degrees, and there are a lot of folks with liberal arts degrees. It's a popular degree program. Don't believe that hype. Don't believe it. Don't believe the engineering and math majors and the medical school pre-med majors. Don't believe it. Don't. You can't go to work as an engineer with a liberal arts degree, but you can go to medical school with a liberal arts degree, depending on what's in it. And I think that's the point. And so Bird, her name is Bird, and she's somebody that we have a little rapport with. I have a little rapport with her. We message sometimes. Bird, don't worry about it. Your degree, you told me that you have a degree with a focus area in accounting, and that's perfect. There are a lot of degrees you can get. There are a lot of work you can get. A lot of work you can get. A lot of jobs, and going to work in companies. Plus, you're an athlete. You're a pro athlete. You won a gold medal at the Winter X Games. You can definitely get yourself a job. You definitely can get a job, and with that degree, you can do it. So don't worry about it. All right. And don't believe all that hype. See you later.